Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. This is day 285 and episode 285. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days in a row, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,500 miles within this time frame. Also within this time frame, I've challenged myself to run two big races. One of those races being an ultra marathon 50K trail race. That was the Yankee Springs 50K trail race in Middleville, Michigan. Finished that on June 5th, day 156 of my journey. Now the next race that is coming up is on day 290, so it is 5 days away, and that is the Detroit Free Press Marathon. I will also be running the Motor City Challenge within that race, which entails me running not only the marathon, but a competitive 1 mile and a competitive 5K race the day before that marathon, which is on day 289. So that is the next big race coming up within this year of me challenging myself to run 365 days in a row and for 1,500 miles. So really looking forward to this race, very excited. Now, speaking of miles, going for 1,500 this year, let's talk about miles. So for the day today, got out there again. We were on the taper getting ready for this race, so I put in 1.5 miles for the day. That set me at 3 miles for the week, which put me at 47.2 miles for the month. That put me at 1,291.1 miles for the year. Let's quickly focus in on these monthly miles. So for every single month, I challenge myself to do a 100-mile challenge, and I do it in honor of a charity in which I donate money to, and I also start a coinciding fundraiser to try to raise money awareness for that charity. So for the first 9 months, we were able to raise money for 9 great charities. Now we're here within the 10th month, the month of October, and October's 100-mile challenge is in honor of Michigan Humane. That is because the month of October is Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, and I'm a huge dog person, as well as Michigan Humane is the shelter here throughout the state of Michigan. So they do really great work. And if you guys would like to donate to this month's fundraiser, you can find the link to do so on the Defining Discipline Instagram or Facebook story, or my personal page's Instagram or Facebook story. Within those stories, you just click on the link. It'll open up another page where you're actually able to make your donations on Facebook. All donations that get made to this fundraiser and cause go directly to this cause. Facebook is not taking any portion of your donations. So keep that in mind. I do know times are tough, though. Not everyone is able to donate. If that is the case and you'd still like to truly help out, the next best thing you could do is just click on that share button, because we're trying to get as many people's eyes on it as possible. Put it on your stories, even put it on your page. Ask other people to put it on their stories, put it on their page. We're just trying to raise as much awareness for this cause as possible throughout the month here in October. So that's pretty much it for that. I did give you the yearly mileage. That is 1291.1 for the year so far. So we are literally 208.8 miles out from the 1,500 mile mark as well. So let's actually get into today's episode. But as always, before we get into the actual episode, we were going to quickly go over the word of the day. And today's word of the day is extricate. Extricate means to free or remove someone or something from an entanglement or difficulty. Extricate. That is today's word of the day. So now that we got that out of the way, let's actually get into today's episode. Episode 285. We are 5 days out from the marathon. Today's theme for today's episode is going to be course. And for just a couple reasons. One, I've kind of ran my own course throughout this year. This is not a traditional thing that a lot of people do, running every single day and then running different races throughout running every single day. So I've kind of set my own course here to run throughout the year. That's kind of one reason I wanted to talk about course today. Two, I'm going to be doing a course of events here in these next 4 to 5 days, building up to both these races. One, trying to get all the gear and stuff I need ready, set aside. I'm going to try to get I got all this course of events I'm trying to run through to build up. Trying to get everything set aside, get batteries charged, get what I'm carrying, get the plan for where I'm going to be parking at, to maybe trying to figure out who's coming down for the race, where they're going to be parking at, where we're going to meet up at. So there's a whole course of plan, in a course that I'm going to be going through in order to truly be ready for the race that is coming up here within 5 days. And on top of that, the final reason I wanted to kind of go over today's episode of being course, because again, it is a route, it's a direction, it is also an area set aside that is made for racing. And for that exact reason, we are going to get into the course. So here is the actual Detroit Free Press Marathon course. Really excited about it. This is the 4th time in history that this race has been ran only in Detroit. So this is normally an international marathon, but COVID has made it be just national this year for the 4th time ever in history. So that's what I keep telling myself as a positive out of this, is at least I'm one of the 4 times ever in history to have ran this race in only America. So I will probably be signing up yet again next year to be running it across the border, if it's open, that is. But other than that, so here is the course. It is laid out. A lot of it looks like it starts kind of over in the downtown area, and you kind of work your way towards Corktown. And then you make a right on Trumbull, go through Corktown, cross over Michigan, and then you kind of cross over into going towards the Woodbridge area, and you kind of go through the Woodbridge area. Then you're kind of going down to even farther down, all the way down, kind of found Trumbull a little bit, Rosa Parks Avenue, getting all the way down to Boston and Chicago and Edison, all those streets down there, crossing back over the Lodge. Kind of start heading back, so you can see, like, again, this is what I'm talking about right here. So this whole first part, you kind of start off here, boom, all the way up over the Lodge, and you kind of head back towards going downtown, and then you kind of get right by the start again. And then if you're doing the half, you kind of cut back to the start, but if not, then you make this big travel all the way out here, going around this and into Belle Isle. So it's an interesting way for them to set this race up this year. I get it. They had to close certain streets off and all that, but I think, I do know the Belle Isle loop, the full loop around Belle Isle is just right around, going over the bridge and back and going around is like 6 miles. So I thought maybe they would have utilized the whole island in this race in the course, but it looks like this year they did not do that. I don't think maybe they ever do. This is my first year really truly running the marathon, but it'd been cool if they did use the whole island. But it's still cool that they didn't, and they're still cool they're using even part of it, I should say. So very excited about this course, and I know part of this course, especially over here towards the Belle Isle area, is going to be where the 5K and the mile race are going to be held. It's going to be more, going towards the east side, going up Jefferson on the other side of 375. I'm kind of in the I think it's the industrial river area and the Atwater where Atwater's at and all that. So really excited for this year's race. Got the course. Got my course of my course I'm going to be running here these next few days. Trying to get ready to run the actual race. Going to be figuring out where I'm going to be parking at. Trying to figure out where others could be parking at. I think a good idea. Anyone that would be coming down is to probably park at the casino, especially MGM Grand. Try to stay within the actual boundaries of the race, and you'll be kind of right by the halfway mark, and then you can kind of still be right by the finish line as well. Be right by the 12-mile mark, and then you can kind of walk over to the finish line a couple blocks. So maybe that is a good option. There's going to be lots of things going on that day as well, though. So I'm trying to figure out, necessarily my course of action throughout that day. There's going to be, a lot of traffic down there. There's a football game down there as well that day. So just really excited and really excited to continue and to get this race on. But now I kind of want to talk about, again, my course of action, just my course of what I've been doing. I'm very excited. I was on a certain course in life, aiming a certain way, and it wasn't until I decided I really needed to change my course and change my lifestyle and head in a different course, in a different direction with that, that I truly started to, everything just kind of started to come together. And again, me changing my course of action also is given me the ability to put myself up to this challenge, which I'm doing, the 365 days in a row, the 1,500 miles, running these big races. It was the course of action of setting myself up for really challenging myself and continuously pushing myself and to really get in the mindset that nothing's going to get done for me. Telling myself, oh, I could run a marathon and I want to run a marathon is different than actually putting in the work and doing it. And it was the course of going out there and putting in the work. Last year in 2020, it wasn't every single day like it is this year, but I still put in a lot of work last year. That was before, started in really late 2019, and then I followed through with it in 2020. Technically, we're going right around 2 years of me fully running. I started in October 2019, right around this time, and it was that course of action of really trying to change my direction in life and change how things were going to end up in my life. And it all started again with me changing my course and really trying to live a different lifestyle. And I'm not going to attribute everything within my life going good on my running, but I can definitely attribute my mentality, really, and my courage and a lot of confidence and everything coming from me really pushing myself and doing things that now I never truly thought would have been possible for me to do. So it's very, very important to run your own course and to continuously make that course harder and harder and harder, and look at the course that you're on and figure out if that's the course you truly need to be on, because for the longest time I was heading down the wrong road. So for that reason, and let's kind of close today's episode out, episode 285 in a row for your daily discipline today. It is exactly what I just said. It is to figure out the course that you're on and figure out where it is you want to go, and set that course up for yourself, and run that course. Get out there and put in the work on a daily basis to end up where you want to really be. Other than that, we got the course map here. We got the course, the plan. the route and the plan and the direction, the course I'll be running here within the next 5 days to build up for this race. So really excited for this race to truly be here, and a little anxious as well, I'm not gonna lie. But that is that's gonna happen. Kind of just brain farting right now. Just trying to close today's episode out. So for that reason, if you guys can give today's podcast a like, subscribe, a follow, a share on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you've been following along and listening on. Today is day 285. Make sure you guys get out there, get your daily discipline done, stay disciplined if you guys can, get your donations in for October's fundraiser. And other than that, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 286. Peace out.